Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to another 3 to Grow. Again, the idea of 3 to Grow is take 3, maybe 4 minutes, depending on how long I talk, and grow yourself as a person and as a leader. Have, as usual, just 2 ideas and a quote of the week I want to share with you. Here's the first one. First idea: if I only had a heart. Now, this came from a conversation I just had a little bit ago and was talking with a guy, and we were talking about a leader in his life that made a huge difference. In fact, this guy said, if you were to look at where I came from in my family and where I am now, people are like, what's the difference? How did you, coming from all of that, end up here? And he goes, it's because of that one person. And he said that person's name. And he goes, it's because he decided to step in and care enough about me, even when I couldn't do anything for him. And what it made me think of was that as leaders, if we have a heart for our people, we're going to step in and help people no matter what. We're not just going to step in when we think it can benefit us or benefit the company, but we're going to step in because we genuinely care for them and we know that it's what's best for them. It may not even be best for the company all the time, but it's certainly best for them. That requires more than just a drive to win. It requires more than just a passion about being the best. It requires heart. Your heart for another human, where you can bring value to them and help them out even when they can't do anything for you. So ask yourself, where have I stepped in and helped, or where could I step in and help someone even when they can't do anything for me? It's all about the heart. Okay, here's the second idea. Success for all. Success for all. In all of your actions with your teams, who are you setting up for success? Are you setting up yourself for success? Are you setting up your team for success? Or are you setting up the company for success? I'm going to argue that it has to be all 3 of those. And I'm also going to argue that setting yourself up for success probably shouldn't be the top priority if that's in the first spot. Because whatever's in the first spot will ultimately drive the motives. What's in the first spot will also ultimately drive the conversations. It will drive most of the actions. So look at your actions over the last week and ask yourself, who had the most to gain from every decision I made? And if that's you over and over and over again, if you had the most to gain, if your life became easier, you had a financial reward, there was some other benefit, if you were the one that's gaining the most out of the decisions you made, we probably need to have a conversation about self and selfishness. If it's your team and those around you, that's great. If it's the company and you're doing what's best for the company, I would argue that's great. But you got to make sure the decisions you're making, you're not just doing it for yourself and for your own benefit, but you're doing it for the benefit of those around you, specifically those in your span of care, those that you're responsible for providing and protecting, because those people underneath you, their lives are at stake in your hands with the decisions you make, and that's not something to be taken lightly. So look at the decisions. Who is really benefiting most from the decisions you're making every week? Okay, quote of the week. I don't think I got to show you my board yet this week, and my word is candor. So I thought I'd get a quote to go with it. We'll let it adjust here. Candor is a compliment. It implies equality. It's how true friends talk. Peggy Noonan. Candor is so critical and so important in the workplace and relationships in general that we can't lose sight of candor. Leaders, you make a difference every day. That difference can be for good or for bad. That choice is yours. Thank you to those of you who are striving to be a little better this week than you were last week. Know that it is making a difference. Don't forget, think differently, lead courageously, and live passionately. And have a great weekend.